We're going to compare two wigs today. So what I have here are two wigs, sister wigs, Raquel Welch. And I want to compare them because I want to talk about color. Because have you ever had the problem? Have you ever found yourself buying a wig in 5660 or whatever color? I'm going to use 5660 today, for example, or 5660 or straight 5660. And why are they different colors? Why is the wig I've always been wearing that's a 5660 now look like a different color? Same wig, different color. Let's talk about some of the reasons why and what happens, because I want to help you overcome this journey of disappointment maybe sometimes in color and understand the color industry of the wigs and the manufacturing industry of the wigs. And then we're going to review, I've already reviewed Waves and Raves. And then I'm going to show you, now we're going to talk about, this is called Flirt Alert from Raquel Welch. Now Flirt Alert is a beautiful wavy at the end. Look at that. It just has a beautiful curl pattern. And you can see how the white comes down front here, how there's highlight looking lights. And the 5660 is the brown that you'll see in your wig. And 60 is the white, the platinum color that gives us that beautiful white color. So as you can see, I am white in the front and gray in the back. Now this is really quite normal for a lot of women that grow their hair out. I used to be solid white, but as my hair started growing back in after I was using a lot of collagen and doing some different things with my hair, that it started growing back in. But guess what? More of the brown started growing back. And yes, I am now in the back a 5660. I'm a 5660. I used to be all white, but now I have white in the front and 5660 in the back. And I think a lot of the brands do that because it's probably very common that you have white in the front, but you know, for them, it looks like it gives it a little bit more style. I know some of you would like to have a wig that's just solid 5660. No highlights, no more white in the front, but let's talk about why they do it and what's on trend and why that happens, okay? So on Flirt Alert, both of these wigs on the wig site have 4.5 stars on it. So there's other pictures there of people in it. You can see video and you can see what they said about it. This is an average cap, it's synthetic. It has a left mono part and it has wefting, velvet ear tabs, Velcro adjustable adjusters here, and a velvet nape. What you can see here too has a lot of wefts. Look how many wefts are in there. So that, what I like about that is they sewed less fibers on each weft to get more of a single layer, as opposed to sometimes you see a wig and it's thicker wefts. So there might be 3 times the amount of fiber on that one weft. So that's one of the reasons why those can be a little heavier. Or also too, this is going to keep it so if the wind blows it up that you wouldn't see any weft. That's, you know, the matching of the weft here to the fiber is very close. I really like that. So love Raquel Welch. Their hairlines are impeccable. You can see here the lace front goes into the ear tab and into this ear tab. So let's go ahead and put it back on. I have reviewed Waves and Raves that I'm going to compare this to. I have already reviewed it and it will be at the end of the video. So if you want to watch that full review on it, you can, but I'm going to put it on here and talk to you about it as well. So let's take a look at these fibers. I love the curl pattern. I just think it's just girl next. It's just pretty. It is just really pretty. And one of the things when this wig came, there was a big alert in it. Always check your labels and tags. And the tag said, do not brush or use a wide tooth comb on this wig, on these fibers. Only finger style it. Only use your fingers to separate it. It's really important. I like to use cool water like that and scrunch it so that I can revive those curls or restyle it the way I want to, or encourage a part line over. Use your water and use your fingers. So just like that, you can really encourage it to go back away from your face. Whatever you want to make this style look. This is an average cap. It's light to medium density. It's still lightweight, but one of my favorite lengths, because I think it's very flattering on the face, on the jawline, to have these curls coming around here, the swoop across if you have a, like me, a higher forehead, wider forehead, that's the swoop, and come across the face like that to the side. Up here it lifts, it's like Botox, right? It lifts the cheekbones up, and it's just a flattering, very flattering shape to a wig. So let me show you the side and the back. And remember, you're going to need, when you wash this, do not comb it beforehand. No combs on this. Brush it, wash it in cool water. Use wig shampoo. Any other chemicals can damage the fiber. And then when you take it out, don't hang it upside down to dry. You want to put it on a wig stand and just let it dry. Sometimes you have to scrunch it right a little bit, but remember, scrunch it and then use your fingers to separate the fibers. And you'll keep this looking beautiful and new for a much longer period of time. Let's talk about now. Have you ever, I see it in groups all the time. Maybe you've done it, maybe not, but I'll be in some Facebook groups, wig groups, where I'll hear someone say, I've been buying that color forever. That's my color, and I have 6 other wigs in that color. And they get it, and all of a sudden it's not quite the same. And that can be hard and difficult to understand. You wanted that same color pattern. And so let's go over some of the reasons why that may not happen consistently. And it's this: every fiber color, hair fiber color, has a color code. 56, 60, 50, 24, 15. Okay, so they take all the colors that they make wigs with, and it has a color code. So all of the brands then choose those colors to mix up their style, the way their 5660 is. So from brand to brand, it may not be the same because they're going to have a different quantity of 56 in the 60. So the 56 is the brown in here, 60 is the white. So the more that they want this to look gray, darker gray, medium gray, darker gray, the more 56 they'll have in it and less 60. So you also have, where are they placing the 60? Are they doing it like highlights? Are they doing it around the front of the face, here and here, where it's kind of natural to have that white there at the front of the face? So that's why every brand color will be different. Now, also something to take in consideration. This here is a brand new fiber. It's called Feather Light. It's hollow on the inside of each little strand. Imagine, is hollow in there. It's super light, and it's why it's more expensive. It's a full 100% hand-tied cap, but the fiber is remarkable. It's the brand new fiber out in the market. You're going to see more of it. And because it's so lightweight, 20% lighter than your own bio hair. So also the way the bend goes, so they may have more highlight front, they may have more highlight the back, more brown back here, a lot more brown at the nape, which is common to happen a lot of times because a lot of us are browner in the back. So it's just going to be how the designer of Hair You Wear, Frank Campanella, is the designer, vice president over there of Gabor and doing all the wigs for Raquel Welch and Gabor. And it's how he designed it. It's how he's asked them to place the color. So it's style based, and it could be that 4 years ago, the fibers are now different. They're different. Also, these are all handmade. Wigs are handmade. So that's the reason why they're higher cost. This wig is 100% hand-tied, and everything about this wig is handmade. From the fibers that then are wrapped by hand around tubes to get the exact curl pattern, and then it has to be cut a certain length by hand, then it has to be hand-stitched. It has to be hand-stitched. This one, imagine, hand-stitched, fiber by fiber, into the cap, which is hand-sewn, and they have to get just the right amount of brown 56 in the same spot as every other wig, and the 60, every little fiber on this whole cap. So can you imagine the consistency of that? I think they do a remarkable job of 5660, of all wigs, of getting them to look as close as possible. You might have a different variation here or there, but they're 100% handmade and they're human made. So it's not like they're just in factory machines zipping out. And so they have that consistent exact. it's different. So different fiber could cause that to happen. Now, there's also different textures of wig. So if you have a curly wig versus a straight 5660, it's going to look different. It's going to reflect light differently. It's the way it reflects it, absorbs the light. So that's going to make a 5660 straight look different than a 5660 curly. So there's a lot of variables that go into these beauties when we get them. And I think they do a great job. And so if it's just a little bit different, understand why there might be a little bit difference. Maybe the fiber is upgraded. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe who was making that day. If it's so off, it's so terrible, you know, check it against your other wig first. Don't try it on, don't put it on, don't take the tags off, and just send it right back, right? If it's not to your liking, check it all before you change anything on it, and it's now yours permanently. Check it against your others if that's really important and you're afraid it's not going to look the same. So they will take it back if you don't change anything about and leave the tags on and everything. They'll take it back. Okay, these are wonders, because the wigs I was buying 4 years ago, I feel like are not the wigs I'm getting today. I feel like the wigs I'm getting today are so much better. The caps are better, the fit is better, everything's better about these. Now also remember, when you're buying a wig, underneath the link that I send you, and by the way, we now have YouTube shopping, so I put those links in the video, in the details below, so you can click there. I also list directly from details underneath the video to my link over at waves.com that you can go and look at the pricing, the colors, all of that. Do your comparison there. See the links of what the fibers are, where they'll hit on you. Measure your face, measure your circumference. Even down below each wig in wigs.com, there's a place how to measure a wig for you. So measure everything. Your circumference, ear to ear, front to nape. Measure all of those. Measure the length of your face. And if you think the wig might be too short, then just measure from where that fiber says it's going to go from here to here and see if it's the same on you. Because wigs look different on every single one of us. Maybe my neck is longer than yours. Maybe mine's shorter. Maybe my face is longer or shorter. So wigs can look different on every single person. But you'll know better if you know your measurements and go and check out the measurements of the wig. So all of that is always in the details on the website right there. You can also book personal sessions at wigs.com. You can have your own personal session where they're going to help you make the right decision. If you're new to this, you're having problems with your wig, book appointment and they'll help you out. So note that. Okay, let's get on Waves and Raves. Waves and Raves is also a very similar curl pattern, but I would say it's just new, it's different. It's kind of a trendy choppy bob with longer links in the front. This is more a just beautiful, soft, glamorous curl. And I think this one is just got a little bit more trendy, you know, look to it. It's choppy, not gonna fit everybody. So if you feel like this is just a little too trendy for you, go with its sister wig here called Flirt Alert. I think that will be a little bit softer. Maybe your husband might think this is just a little bit outrageous for you. If you don't think he's into the more modern, trendy look of this, then go with this beautiful everyday, go to church, go to work, everyday, daily driver type of wig, okay? And I like having, if this is an expensive wig, give me another wig that's more budget friendly, and then be able to wear this every day for just everyday stuff, and this one for special. You'll save the life of the fiber of the wig. If you have more than one wig, I know some of you, you're gonna be like me. When I was beginning, my gosh, I thought just buying one wig was phenomenal, you know, like for my budget was a big milestone. So once I overcame that and I got that wig, and then I got my next wig, and then as I was rotating them out, my wigs started lasting, I don't know, I didn't have to wash them as much, I didn't have to groom them as much. So that's what I would suggest on, you know, start a wig roller job. Take your time if needed, but remember, build up and build up to quality. So save up for quality. Don't waste all your money on cheap because you won't wear them I didn't. I've given so many of the cheap things away. Just, yeah. So you won't wear them. You know, over time, you'll put it on and say, that doesn't look real at all. You want to put on a wig that nobody knows you're wearing a wig. And that's what feels good. When you're at the airport, I was wearing this wig going through the airport. No, I wasn't. I was wearing Flirt Alert. I was wearing Flirt Alert going through the airport. I had so many compliments. I had so many flight attendants that just stop and go, I love your hair. I love the color of your hair. So, you know, and then you go, it's a wig. And they're like, you know, you shouldn't tell. I would never have known. I would have never known, you know. So it's funny, but these wigs nowadays, nobody knows you're wearing a wig. I promise. They don't get that close. They're not going to get up here like this unless it's somebody's getting ready to give you a kiss. Yep. They're not going to get that close. And then when they do, look at that hairline. They're not going to know. Okay, so I don't know if you can see any difference in this wig color-wise. I don't really see any. Maybe the bends in this look a little different. Maybe a little bit lighter, but see what I'm saying? Every style will have a different concentration of brown or whites. And if you have to look that hard to see a difference, nobody's going to remember your hair color from a week ago when they saw you. It's just not going to happen. Well, I wanted to share these things with you. Let me turn around. I already have this in the playlist, Waves and Raves. You can check that one out. And just click on the links and go see. I have some other links. I said at the beginning of the video, I think that I was going to share with you the makeup that I wear in my videos. And because I always get asked, what makeup are you wearing? So I am wearing, in today's video, I wear a lot of the same all the time. But this one is a little different. This is e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. And I got it because I had heard it's a good dupe for my Lancome. Because my Lancome's really expensive. It's about $56 a bottle. And I like it because it just gives this beautiful finish where it looks like I'm being filtered. But I'm not. And so this Soft Glam I love. I am then wearing for my blush this Go Flush Yourself. And it's by Polite Society. I'm wearing Catrice eyeliner. The Catrice eyeliner. Not Catrice, Clinique eyeliner. I'm wearing the e.l.f. Need It Nude palette. e.l.f. Need It Nude. I'm wearing a NYX pencil. That is a mauve, a brownish mauve color. I'll link these all down below. I'm wearing the Rogue Velvet Ink. It is a matte. It's pretty, right? Matte, the two of those. I am wearing the Firework, Maybelline Firework for my lashes. My pencil is the NYX. All of this I'll leave down below. I'll link it. NYX. I use NYX pencil. It'll be, the link below will be correct. And then I use a MAC translucent setting powder, and it's worth every penny. If it's the most expensive thing I probably wear on my face, but it gives you this filter-like look that just is gorgeous, just gorgeous. So, ladies, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope this helps you because, ladies, you are my heroes of the story. Because every one of you that comment to me and have over the years of your struggles of what you've gone through is more than what I've gone through. And if I can help you in any way, that's what I'm here to do. But your successes inspire me. Your successes keep me going because I want to share with other women that are struggling. So if you will, share your struggles. There's going to be someone here in the group that can comment back. And don't be afraid, ladies. Comment back to those ladies. Help them. We're wig sisters. We're community. And then also share your successes. Because every time you share a success in a wig, in what you've discovered, will help someone else because they'll read it and say, if she did it, I can do it. You'll become their hero. You're my heroes. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in the next video. Doing my darlings. Bye.